Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Phantasy Calradia. Now, when we left off, we had just taken the last fief that the elves had control over, and now, as we can see here, among other things, we have a peace agreement from them. So we are going to be accepting that, gaining some right to rule. I think we have 99 already, so not particularly necessary, but the other thing that actually happened was that the Bleeding Throat clan was eliminated from the game. So as we can see here, we now only have 5 adversaries to deal with, and one of them has already been completely eliminated. Actually, 2 of them have been completely eliminated. But it appears as though King Harlaus is being quite the stubborn fellow, and he is attempting to loot many of our villages even now. Yes, it's been months since we actually took on the Kingdom of Swadia, but apparently he is steadfast in his belief that we should die a very horrible and painful death by the looks of things. So, nevertheless, we are going to be heading on and seeing what we can do next. So, the first thing that I would like to do is head into the castle, because we have a rather cool thing that may indeed be here, and by thing I mean vassal. Maybe we'll be able to find him. Maybe it would be wonderful. Yes, this is indeed the problem. Okay, so we are going to be saying that your service is not required. Your service is not required, and generally we will be telling the Kingdom of Swadia vassals to go away, unfortunately enough. But yes, we're now going to be heading back inside. Now let's see if we are lucky enough to get the guy that I really want to recruit. Where is he? Wow, we are pretty unlucky by the looks of things. Okay, so yeah, we're just going to be telling them to join someone else, it seems. We are making our enemies a lot more powerful now, which is the main reason why I did not want to do this, but I also wanted to do it because we want to get... Yes, Mr. Lugi Ortracker. Yes, that is the fellow that I am searching for right now. It appears as though that is not working very well, though. Although saying that we're giving them a lot of power is really not correct, because if you think about it, these vassals are really not that good, considering they do have the base game units and they don't actually have any unique units that are going to be increasingly more difficult to take out. For example, the dwarves, the dwarven units are just phenomenal. They are just absolutely insane, but every other unit from the regular factions, probably nothing we need to worry about, to be honest. So let us just continually do this. Okay, well, it appears as though I will need to cut away, and I'll be doing this for quite some time, and hopefully we will get to Mr. Ortracker very soon. Okay, so after probably another 5 rounds of declining various vassals from joining our faction, we have finally found Mr. Lugi Ortracker, and we will be honored to accept his pledge. And just so you know, I have also accepted some of the elves as well into our fold here. I think that would actually be really pretty cool. Oh, we should actually get this guy as well. He is part of the Ritus Majocracy. I think that would be pretty nice. Okay, so yes, apart from that, we probably want to... yeah, that's probably a good idea. So yeah, we're going to be granting... it appears as though absolutely every single fief is claimed. So I'm going to give Mr. Lugi Ortracker Wintershore, which is just a small gesture just to welcome him to the faction, because really, he is going to be the best vassal for us right now. So, yes, without further ado, let us now head on, and I need to retrieve our huge amount of Blazing Hand Inquisitors. As you can see, I actually have 181 of them, as I've been leveling them up with our trainer skill, as I wanted to see whether I could actually make it to 246 Blazing Hand Inquisitors, but it appears as though I was a little bit too slow with our trainer skill there, so no such luck, but we are going to be taking as many units as we can. 232 should be absolutely fine though, and so we will then be heading on to where that is the problem. Now, I think it would probably be the best idea to take on the Riders Magocracy, but something tells me maybe the dwarves would be a better bet, because even though the dwarves have a couple of castles outlying, the Riders Magocracy has even more, it appears. So we would have to travel to, well, opposite ends of the territory to try and actually eliminate them altogether. So I think we are going to be declaring war against the Riders Magocracy. Probably not going to be very happy about it, are they? No, not at all. So hopefully we'll be able to eliminate them very, very quickly indeed. They don't seem to have very many powerful vassals, but you never know, you never know. So here we go. Let's do this. I wish to make war. Yes, we do. Okay, let's go. So, yes, a couple of people don't really like that, obviously, but some of the others actually do, apparently. So, yes, Sanctus Bellicus has now declared war against the Riders Magocracy, and we will be making our way down, which is our first target. Wow, there's actually nothing close to us. One is all the way down here. That's probably going to be our last capture, most likely. So it appears the first one is going to be Uxkhal, which is probably going to be a pretty difficult one. And it seems as though we have Nizar attempting to complain a little bit there, but thankfully enough we can now just make our way onward. And oh wow, that's actually a really good thing indeed. Count Klagus of the Kingdom of Swadia has just been captured by us. So I actually wonder which vassal of ours was able to do that. That's actually sounding like a pretty cool thing indeed. Hopefully we will be able to get there in a very quick amount of time as well. It seems we're actually making very good progress here too. And, as we can see, more elves are announcing their allegiance. They're announcing their allegiance, should I say, to the Elven Alliance, and are actually joining us. So I have to say that's very cool. I'd like to be able to accept a couple more of their pledges as time goes on, because they do have some exceptionally good archers, as we know. So all we need to do is make our way over to Uxkhal. Yes, there's another one. I'm actually thinking that they might be eliminated soon, which would actually be a very cool thing to happen, but you never know whether that's going to happen or not, as sometimes, just like King Harlaus, the leader of a particular faction could be rather stubborn when it comes to being eliminated. So let's just take a look here. What do we have to deal with? Well, we have a couple of adept mages, 10 clay golems, 7 stone golems, but otherwise nothing really to write home about. We don't really have too many master mages either in the defense. So let us do this. Only 2 hours to create some ladders, and now let us head inside. This actually shouldn't be that bad, so let's see how it goes. And I have to say, so far so good. It appears as though many of our Blazing Hand Inquisitors are eliminating most of the defense on the walls right now. But obviously we have just spawned in, so it is very, very early days. And it still appears as though many of the mages are not really doing much damage, if any at all. Only the first few units that loaded in have so far fallen. So I'm actually pretty positive. Yeah, I'm pretty positive about this. Look at Lezelit. Lezilit's going absolutely crazy in there, along with Ferentis. Ferentis as well as Lezelit have now just been taken out, but they cleared a rather reasonable path, I have to say. And hopefully we will be able to capitalize on that. So let us actually get up here and see what we can do. I'm actually going to change to our scimitar. Oh no. No. Oh no. I think I might be having problems a little. Maybe. Please do not. No. Please do not push me off the edge. These ladders are way too thin in my opinion, but what can you do? Okay, come on guys. I'm going to try and use Terrify to get us a bit of space. Maybe we'll be lucky. Yes. Yes. We're almost there. Okay, a little bit more Terrify. And we might be able to step foot on the battlements. Yes. Okay, there we go. We're in. Very nice indeed. And now we can take out these mages that are obviously doing literally no damage. It appears as though they're absolutely doing no damage at all, which is remarkable considering in the previous version of Phantasy Calradia, mages were absolutely king when it came to damage. So, yes. I'm actually wondering whether it would be possible or even viable to have a composition primarily consisting of mages only. It appears probably not, because even though these guys have a lot of mages, they have some melee units as well, obviously in the form of bodyguards, and these bodyguards are literally not able to do anything, so there is that. There is that. Unfortunately, they didn't seem to want to place their iron or stone golems, or even clay golems, at the front line. So now they are, of course, facing the consequences of that by having many of our units absolutely in here, right in their faces, really not being able to do too much. And as we can see, Terrify has very easily disabled, I would say, around 80% of their units right now. So, yeah, I really do feel like this is a done deal, although maybe not. It appears as though this clay golem is fighting back against us right now. And he might actually be able to take us out. As we can see, he is actually doing a significant amount of damage. Now, if we could just move away a little bit here and use some healing, that might actually help us out a bit. And then we can try and eliminate some more of their units. Wow, that's a stone golem. Okay, well, he fell before us very, very quickly indeed. Now, maybe we could actually take out a couple of others. Oh, never mind. Okay, I don't really need to worry now. It appears as though one of the blazing... Okay. It appears as though one of the Blazing Hand Inquisitors actually healed me, but then I was hit on the head by a very big axe from a stone golem and eliminated in one hit. You don't see that every day, or do you? Sometimes we do, but yes, nevertheless, wow, that was very impressive. Very impressive indeed. I suppose, how much HP do we have? How much HP does Vederan actually have? I think he has 72. And we were hit for 82, so that is... yes, that grinds my gears a little bit right there. I was hoping that we would be able to survive any hit, even if it was a headshot from some sort of arrow that an elven archer fired. I think we could probably survive that, but apparently being hit in the face by a huge axe is not going to be survived. Not this time, at least. Okay, so let's let that guy go and see if we can actually get a couple of good units here. We do have a Blazing Hand Inquisitor as well as a Wolf Weir available. I gotta say, they are very nice. We have now made peace with the elves, so we should, in theory, be able to pick their units up. But still not really sure about them, to be honest, because obviously then we have some range, and I don't know whether that's a good idea. We may just want to run in with a pure Blazing Hand army. As you can see, the wages are absolutely insane, but we currently do have 2 million dinars in the Gnomish Bank, so really nothing to worry about there. And is there anything else here? Am I missing anything else that's actually really, really good? Maybe a Cleric of Moradin might be nice. But otherwise, don't really want to take much. We could take this Forest Runner here. And maybe the Archer. And I don't know whether it's even worth taking these as prisoners. Probably not. But we'll take them anyway. Scroll of Charm Person and a couple of other pieces of loot as well. And now we can actually give this to, well, Mr. Ortracker, of course. There we go. Oh yes, he's going to be very happy with us now, hopefully. There we go. He is now up at 52, 62 relation, in fact. 72 relation, in fact. Wow. That is very impressive. Great. I like that a lot. So, we can now head onward. Uxkhal has now turned white. And we are going to be spreading the faction gloriousness that is Sanctus Bellicus to the remaining forces of the Ridus Majocracy by heading on over to Viancourt Castle and attempting to take that. Only 105 units. That is exactly the reason why I suppose the Ridus Majocracy is relatively easy to take out, because obviously they do have a very small army size. And well, I suppose that's due to the clay golems and the stone golems. It seems as though that is the case. So let us just buff everyone. Let's get some blessings and some bravery on here. Thankfully, 2 ladders. Very nice to see 2 ladders here. Let's see if we can make good use of both of them. Oh yes, it appears our units definitely know how to work some ladders here. Okay, so we are being barbecued a little bit here. I need to be a bit careful about that. That is quite powerful after all, so let's do some Terrify skills right here just to see if we can free up some of our units. Wow, that actually doesn't seem to be working too well, especially against the clay golems. We do have 1 clay golem still alive. Whoa, okay, yeah, let's be a little bit careful about that stone golem right there. He is causing a lot of damage. And then, of course, we were healed by a Blazing Hand Inquisitor. Well, that's rather wonderful, isn't it? Yes. Okay, well, we could just siege through these lines right here. We can spree kill all of them, and we can then head on over. And oh my, oh yes, that is a lot of clay golems. That is a lot of clay golems, as well as 2 stone golems. I am actually quite afraid of the stone golems now, considering we were one-shot by one of them. And I suppose if we come across them once again, then we will be much more careful than we were previously. Now, I do need to watch out in case there are some units over here. Are there some units? No, they're just coming through the courtyard, so nothing much to worry about there. We can actually just head down. Wow, there's 2 sets of stairs? That's great. Very nice indeed. We can get a nice little bit of pincer movement action going on here, which is very, very good. And we could take out these clay golems. Obviously, they are actually still pretty scary considering their size, but they don't really appear to do too much damage in comparison to the stone ones. So, nothing to write at home about there, really. But otherwise, we're just going to be eliminating these last couple of units, and Viancourt Castle has fallen before us very, very swiftly indeed. And I suppose we can only hope that it's going to be like that for the other fiefs that the Ridus Majocracy currently has control over. But there it is, only 3 enemies remain. And I think they're actually going to be inside here. Ymira is actually going on a huge killing spree right now. Very nice indeed to see her actually get some action. I like that. And there it is. Okay, very nice indeed. So we took out 105 without so much as breaking a sweat right now. And let's see, what are we going to do? Cleric of Moradin right here. And High Priest. Oh, a High Priest of Moradin. That's rather nice. And a Novice as well. We may as well. We're going to be taking all of the holy units as much as we can. And I suppose we'll take some Forest Runners and maybe an Archer as well. And a Hunter? Why not? Okay, there we go. So we have no space for any more prisoners. We can now head onward and take a look at what we are going to be seeing just now. So, yes, there we are. Mr. Ortracker is now up at, I think, 100. No, he's at 92. Very nice indeed. So now we can concentrate on giving a couple of things to other vassals, now that Mr. Ortracker is happy. And now all we have is Wolfmead. Yes, Wolfmead Castle and Suno. And obviously the initial home start area for the Ridus Majocracy. But we will be tackling Suno and Wolfmead Castle in the next episode. So I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.